adjunct professor in Borough Manhattan College of City University of New York. I teach physics, computer methods in science, but from time to time I teach astronomy for non-science students. Now we live in very interesting time. Already 2 years we think about artificial intelligence. From theoretical background, they go now in our regular life. And what we see, for example, in my physics exam, all my students now in exam have 100 points, not all, but most of them. Why? Because I give permission to students to use smartphones. And every my problems in exam is possible to find answer using artificial intelligence system. It's a for example, ChatGPT, what we call generated artificial system, because they generate text, and they if we give a regular problem to this like platform, artificial intelligence platform. So for regular physics problem or for regular astronomical problem, it can give a correct answer. So what we have to do with this like picture, with these problems, no? And what? So I found for some group, for some course, general astronomy for non-science students, I found some solution. How to use standard, popular, and free general artificial intelligence platform in my educational practice. And, there is my colleagues that go in the same direction. Okay, so by this is the name of my report now, integrating universal generative artificial intelligence platform in education, labs to foster critical thinking and digital literature. Okay, let me continue. So what is main idea? How I want to use general evaluation of general artificial intelligence system. First, there is a limitation of general artificial intelligence system. They very often give correct answer or prompts for any questions. But sometimes it depends on the types of question. They give not correct answer, which is look like correct, very, very correct, but it really is not correct. What is the reason? No, because generated artificial intelligence system really can generate very nice text, sometimes very nice pictures, sometimes very nice movie. But this very nice answer can have big mistakes. Sometimes we cannot weight this mistake from the system. So we recognize that sometimes current popular, I don't know some special artificial intelligence system. I know about popular, very popular platform. can give correct answer, but sometimes not correct answer. So, and we already know students use this system. And because they very often try to find answer in a standard question, one already no, is they know in different textbooks. So artificial intelligence system, like they know, they have all information of printed information, they give correct answer. But if answer is very, very little bit different, not standard, so artificial intelligence system give wrong answer. So what to do? And so we found strategy. We start to teach students how to use artificial intelligence system. And we start to end, but we build our education like students using many artificial intelligence system platform in like game mode have to find which of this platform more smarter or which is stupid. So for this, to do this, students have already to know some field of learning, learning what he learned. For example, astronomy. He have to know answer. What? No, but okay. It's my main idea. He start to design questions for different artificial intelligence system, and this his question with answer of artificial intelligence platform have to show which uh, platform are more smarter and which not. If student will use very simple questions, so all system will give correct answer. If students will use very difficult question, for example, he found a question like this, so all system will show wrong answer. So students have to design special questions, which are difficult for one system and easy for another system. So this is like game mode uh, of this instructional strategy what we found. But so we're turning a artificial intelligence system limitation into learning opportunities. So students work first with his knowledge because he asks questions from chapter he already learned and try to recognize why some question is most difficult and some question is less difficult for artificial intelligence system, and it gives him some experience how to use critical thinking with working with the artificial intelligence system. Good. So student equipped with correct answers, and he have to have special prepare questions for which he can do like arrangement, which artificial systems more smarter, which less smarter. No, I hope you know already modern name of this artificial intelligence system platform is a ChatGPT and so on. Okay, so game mode is an important part of our like uh, our methods. Game mode, And another like important part of our methods, we use different types of artificial intelligence system. Some of them produce text, some of them produce picture, some of them produce videos, video movies. So why we use exactly for beginning astronomy, and exactly astronomy for non-science students? Because no, uh, question in astronomy for non-science students are not very difficult, and we think so. Maybe ChatGPT will answer to student mostly correct. But of course, there is some surprises. For example, if we will ask which star on the sky is most bright, and question correct answer is our sun. Why? Because sun is our star, and we don't focus in question that it have to be night sky, but really its sky great what brightest star is the sun in the day sky, but in the night sky brightest star is another star. But very often artificial intelligence system understands this question by default, that is night sky, so it don't answer correctly to exactly question word by word. For some reason, it's found that we don't know this reason because we don't know exactly how work artificial intelligence system. But he answered to question which very look like popular answer. So then artificial intelligence system don't focus to details. What? Another reason why we use astronomy for non-science students, because uh, if student will work with the system which produce pictures or produce videos, if student will ask how looks some planet, on this ask how look animals, and artificial intelligence system gives some answer, nobody can check is it correct or not correct, because in astronomy we can build any ideas how can look aliens. Does you understand me? So but the same time, this is a very interesting game for students because they try to use their knowledge about astronomy, about the universe, about star, to build some pictures and to build some videos. And it really look like game. And at the same time, they check knowledge, and they can check see what happened with the pictures, what which build artificial intelligence system. So so we made some approach of implement special lab design session with a general astronomy course for non-science major. And already multiple studying group completed this lab. And we see demonstration of high level of engagement of initiative and students. They with very like big interest in build new universes, pictures of alien worlds and alien galactics, and so on. And students continue work with this. They participate. They produce projects in student conference to see how work their fantasy. Okay. So we found these activities only give students in the scientific contents of learning to know better learning because they have to compare answer of different artificial intelligence system platform, and they have to compare this platform. They have to compare images and videos, which imagination, what we have in the imagination. So, and at the same time, they critically interact with artificial intelligence technologies because every time they have to think how answer of artificial intelligence system look like correct or maybe not correct. So what are problems? Again, I will repeat. What are problems with implementation in our words, generative artificial intelligence system? So students now can find very quick answer for any problem. And by this reason, when they use artificial intelligence system and they have a very quick answer, and correct answer, they cannot really develop their brain. You understand with me? Yes? What? But sometimes general artificial intelligence system give not correct answers. Not exactly like look like correct. They look like hallucinations. They answer look like correct, but is really not correct. For example, what text generated system, they give correct answer, no, maybe in 90% answer are correct. Only 10% answer is not correct. But if you will work with the platform which produce images or videos, and you will ask to build exactly very specific some image, artificial intelligence system mostly will make mistake, 100% mistake. So what to do? Ban artificial intelligence system. We will miss opportunity. So ignore artificial intelligence system is not good again. So solution, transform artificial intelligence system flows into critical thinking experience. We have to push students to work with artificial system and critically focus to answers for artificial intelligence systems. So what are like core pedagogy? What is our the critical evaluation lab model? The student play game. Name of game, test of generative artificial intelligence topics system. On topics they are already know. They already know correct answer. And this is one step. Second step, they design props to probe artificial intelligence system limitation. So if they will produce very simple question, all artificial intelligence system platform will give correct answer. If they will produce difficult questions, they will produce wrong answers. So they have to think about knowledge of their knowledge of students, what they know from astronomy, and build answer using what the idea about knowledge of astronomy. Okay, so how work evaluation framework of student. The student produce prompts and take output of artificial intelligence system and make evaluation. Is a full correct answer, partially correct, or exactly not correct? And after this, it gives, no, first, students have to do critical analysis to do evaluation. Then they have to think about prompts to really to do this gradation, which to have not all correct or to all not correct. And of course, working with this, they reach digital literacy students because he know how to work with the many different new artificial intelligence systems. So now we made astronomy pilot lab. Why is worked? Structured text. So we compare AI answer or on planetary scene text. It's working on the level of text. Then it work on the level of images. The student generate hypothetical celestial phenomena, alien star, alien people, and so on. And video. Students simulate dynamic events. For example, black holes. No, and what we can say? High engagement. So students like this game. 60 about percent of student is involved in this process, work with the artificial intelligence systems, and they work with a big interesting. No, and student um, uh, write his answer to special Facebook group to compare different answers. So this is really interesting for all students. And discussion about results, graphical result or video result or answers. So we make astronomy class most interesting to students. At the same time, they work not only with astronomy, they work at the same time with the artificial intelligence systems. And so the student know, know some details. That's where we give this class. Of course, on the end of course, is when student can check their knowledge of astronomy. Because in this mode, when we used to work in the astronomical intersystem, they work like teacher. They like check knowledge of astronomy, of artificial intelligence system about astronomy. Of course, they design prompt. They avoid very simple or very complex questions because in this situation they cannot like build gradation, which system most smart, which system is less smart. Okay. No, and what kind of tools we use just now? Now we can find new and new artificial intelligence system. So, but we already test in our classes ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude for text like questions, for images. We test Night Cafe, Bing Image Creator, and for video we use InVideo and Capwings. So these are some special names. But uh, every month we can find new and new artificial intelligence systems. So maybe what's already new artificial intelligence system will give already different result what we have already during 1 year. Because we made this like experiment with the student working with the artificial intelligence system about one year. Okay, no risks. What kind of risks we have? No, sometimes, of course, student can trust incorrect artificial intelligence system outputs. Yes. No, and time constraints. So we give this like class 2 academic hours. For some students, 2 academic hours it's enough to work with the text, artificial intelligence system, pictures, and video. But for some students, 2 hours is not enough. No, and for beginning, I will show you no some generation of video which produce one of our students. I hope it will work. Now I will try. Not we see only picture. I will try now to run. No, something is wrong in my system. So what we you no maybe later because I will have web linked to this picture. You can see in future this video. Very nice video. But now I cannot show this video. Sorry, I don't know why. Doesn't work.
Hey, don't worry.
Okay, now finally, conclusion. So, no, we found the gener artificial intelligence labs no, really made from our students critical co-investigators. And we have three step of educator. Pilot a discipline-specific evaluation lab. Focus on text-based artificial intelligence for science accuracy. And lower gauge visual artificial intelligence system for creative engagement. Final quote. In the artificial intelligence era, evaluation information is as vital as is recalling it. Okay, thank you. I finished. Sorry, I didn't show you video.